Said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wilson to pass. Makes the catch. It's Brown. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Receivers always have to be so careful around the sideline to not step out accidentally. So give that receiver credit. Nice job on the route to bring the ball in while on a tight route.
And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets it out of there for the first time today and didn't see much of him. That loss a week ago, called on just once. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. On the move, it's Turner. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Guys, let's chat a little big picture, Auburn. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to...
There he goes! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Caught behind the line. It's Thompson. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. looking to fire. Right down the middle. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Auburn.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
White going to attack through the air. Snagged out of the air.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Got 5 wideouts spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Quarterback keeper. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood. Listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Quarterback making adjustments. White wants to throw it. They're working that left side. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that 1st down.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. incompletion. Back to the passing game. This time he's got his man. Powers through. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it back looking for help. He's got great speed. Gets it all the way out to the 42. What a nice job on that return. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning this one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
On the run, it's Ncaa. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good timing on the quick out. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Ncaa. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. White going to attack through the air. Going downfield for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
White wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Jensen. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Yeah, and when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Now improvising. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. White going to attack through the air. Working that left side. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Slings it downfield. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ncaa.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wide receiver going in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw it. Unloads it left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Good game the big play.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Using his legs, it's Turner. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Wilson will throw. Sends it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Makes the grab on the left side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll try the right side. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And back to the air on second down. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Miami of Ohio is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Western Michigan. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Runs through the tackle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On the run, it's Turner. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Auburn! And that one will give them the lead. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Really good coverage by this defense. That they were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. White going to attack through the air. Fires to the middle. Can't make the catch, and it. Third down, he had that thing and just lost his concentration.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Under fire. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. On the move. Finds a little space. There he goes. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
You know, the risk on defense on 4th and short, putting all those guys close to the line of scrimmage, is that if the offense creases you, it's going to be an explosive play, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't able to stay in all of their gaps, and the offense breaks off an explosive run on 4th and short.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. White wants to throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll cut the lead to 28-27. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Drive will come from their own 23. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 4th down, going to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
On the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you roll. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Finding an escape route. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives him a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback making checks. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They'll move the wide receiver. Wilson to pass. He gets it into the end zone for the 2 to push that lead out to 7.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Kane. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding the football?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
At the 36, 1st down for the offense.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab on the right. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arkansas ready to send out this offense. White going to attack through the air. And as he throws, complete to the left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And those long shots, man, I tell you what, it takes a little bit longer to develop. So as a quarterback, you know you got to buy a little bit of time. Mad respect, man. Hanging in there, knowing he's going to get hit, but still making the big play down the field.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Using his feet. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Pulls it in. It's Price. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. White wants to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to keep it in the air. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Bringing it back. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn!
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Western Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Finds a tight end down the gut. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. White going to attack through the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Using the quick game. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got the tight end.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Right on the money. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Got it inside the 10. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Here's the pressure. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
691, Gators score. Arrow. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
White wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And down goes the quarterback. They tried to take the lead here in the 4th, but were denied. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The defense really did its job, David, and now the offense can put a little breathing room in this one.
Yeah, breathing room would be great, but it's nice to know that you can depend on your defense. Coming up with a big stop, Jesse, I still got the lead. I'm still in a good spot.
And, David, you'd love to be able to pay off that defensive effort by closing this thing out, putting a beautiful drive together here when it matters most.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. It's Turner. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it behind the line. It's Turner. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Might be changing the route. White going to attack through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it on the outside. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got to find a completion on this one. He's taking the deep shot. And that'll be incomplete as the pass is knocked away, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's see who it's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're